Both of the paintings I created are 11 by 15. My scanner is only an 8.5 by 11, so I had to scan the top part of it and then the bottom part of it, and then we're going to put it together in Photoshop. We are in Photoshop. Here is the top of my painting, and there's the bottom of the painting. I'm going to have to rotate them, obviously match up, go up to Image, and I cut that part off, sorry. I went up to Image, you go down here, and I'm just going to rotate the whole thing. It's going to be clockwise, and then I'm going to go back to the other one, which is the bottom half. I'm going to go up to Image and go down to Rotation and do counterclockwise. And now I have two halves that I need to put together. So the first thing you need to do is obviously make one or the other larger. We'd go up to Image, in the menu, go to Canvas Size, and the height has to be more. And so these little arrows show that it's going to go, that the height's going to go in vertical. That's what I want. I need it to be quite a bit larger, but I don't really know how large it needs to be. I'm going to put in, I'm just going to add a 1 to the front of it, so then it'll be quite a bit larger. Then I'm going to go back over, I'm going to grab the top half of it, select all, copy. I'm doing quick keys, and then I'm going to do Command V, which is paste. And here is the top half of my painting. So now I have to pull it down and even it up so it matches. And that's getting really close. I don't know if you can see that this down here looks a little different than this up here. You can see that the bottom half is whiter than the top half. This isn't even and this isn't even, so I've got to move it over. So now I have to go into the top layer, Image, and I'm going into Adjustments, and I probably go through the levels. I use levels a lot. The levels across, trying to match it up pretty close. It's getting pretty close here, but it's still kind of gray. I don't really exactly know why it's turned out like that. To get this to blend a little better, I always go into my erase tool. I choose the soft blend. Let's go up to like 200 pixels and kind of even this out. So it's still not perfect. Maybe the saturation. I did a little bit of saturation. Let's go up to Images, go in here to Saturation. And maybe it just needs to be a little more saturated. And the next thing I'm going to do is go in and I'm going to crop. So there's two ways to do this. I could crop this off over here, or I could add more paint. And I think I'm not going to crop. I think I'm going to add more paint. So the way I add more paint, it's called a clone stamp tool. I use it a lot. Well, you need it on the soft round, and then I'm going to need to bring it up to 200. So then what I'm going to do is come over here, and where I want to clone this whole side over here. And I'm going to come down a little bit, and then I'm going to clone and go up. Take this, I'm going to clone down. And you kind of have to mix it up. So it looks like it's natural. Like this is not natural. I'm going to go back in and kind of do something with that so it looks more natural. Naturally the way you would paint. Kind of go off the side, and it's all scanned in. It looks really good. I can't remember if you have to have a TIFF file or a JPEG file for Society 6. Here I am in my Red Edge Studios account here for Society 6. I'm not going to go through the whole part of how to sign up for Society 6. And I'm going to add a new artwork. Let's see, yes, I own it. I own all rights to this image. Once you have the file size that you need and upload it to Society 6, then you can go in and create your products.